What's up, everybody? I'm Simone Arabia.
Peace, I'm Fever.
And we're Spotless Minds together, and this is Beats,
Sneaks,
and Rhymes. Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes. Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes. Alright, so listen, Beats, Sneaks, and Rhymes is a show where us together, as Spotless Minds, we come together and bring you all aspects of hip-hop culture, sneaker culture, past, present, and future, and we discuss it. Word the big bird. Showing my age. So our first segment is the Beat segment, and in this segment we pick an album that we think the people need to listen to.
That's right. The people that is missing out on good hip hop. Y'all be complaining like, yeah, ain't no hip hop. It ain't been the same since Big Daddy Kane.
Yes, y'all be complaining, and so we want to bring you guys the dope. And this week, and it could be a new album.
The stuff that's dope, not the dope.
Not the dope, not the actual dope.
They watching.
Right.
The dope.
They are watching.
So we can bring the dope.
So we can bring the dope stuff. Right. And it could be, it doesn't have to necessarily be an album that was, it came out yesterday. We're going to revisit some old stuff that we think that you guys slept on. So this week, this segment, we are highlighting a wonderful, wonderful young lady from the streets of
Buffalo,
New York. We're talking about none other than Che Noir, or Che Noir, if you want to be fancy with your dialect.
Or Che Black, if you just want.
If you just want to be out here translating, Che Black, right? So she's from Buffalo, New York, and she put out 2 projects, but we're going to talk about Thrill of the Hunt 2. She dropped this sometime earlier this year. I don't know which month it was. Do you know?
No, but
it's okay. It was about a month, maybe like 2 months ago, I think it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out there and say May.
Okay.
About May.
And so this project is 20 minutes long.
Yeah, that's it.
20 minutes long, and it has 10 songs.
10 tracks.
10 tracks. We're going to say tracks. It's 10 tracks.
10 songs. Yeah, 10 tracks.
10
tracks.
You're
right. Mm-hmm. Not songs. But it's dope.
So let's get into it. How you feeling?
It bangs. It bangs. and I actually wish, we said they're not really songs. I think she actually has maybe 2 songs on there that are actually songs.
Yeah, that's
and that is one like featuring
the Dying Breed was 38 Special. It's a complete song.
It's a complete song.
Because they have a hook. It's him, it's her.
Is that the only one?
I want to say yes. We could be wrong. But definitely Dying Breed, which she has a video out for. Please check that out on the YouTubes with 38 Special. 38 Special is
he produced the whole thing.
The whole thing, people.
See, and this is the Thrill of the Hunt too. The first Thrill of the Hunt, it actually had industry beats and I think like a couple of original joins on there, but this one is actually 38 Special produced the whole thing. And,
Shouts out to 38
and it's hard. I think it's dope. I just wish that they were actually songs
because it's that dope.
And it kind of I don't want to say he started it, but the format is somewhat to like what Black Thought did. You know what I mean? Where he just had he just spitting bars over dope beats. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But very dope project. Y'all should check that out.
Y'all need to check it out. What I love about it is that she feels very nostalgic, but she doesn't feel dated. She got bars.
Yeah. Like Buffalo's doing their thing right now.
They're doing their thing. The whole Griselda, like all of them folks out there. But she's definitely repping it and holding it down for the ladies out here who spit bars. So shouts out to Che Noir, Che Black, Che Noir. Keep shining. Can't wait to see what happens with her, because she is talking about putting out an album and she's working on it. So.
Well, that's what this was supposed to be. she kind of says this is like the hold us over until she finishes the album. You know, so
Birdman hand rubs.
Hopefully that comes soon.
That's gonna come soon. Soon come. Yes.
You know. What you got? Any favorites?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Fall of Rome.
Okay.
Fall of Rome is right here for me. I love the beat. She is lyrically, she's to me at her best on that song.
Okay.
I also love Spin the Bottle. I love the joint with 38 Special Dying Breed. The opening song, Head of Goliath, is fire.
It is. I think I don't really have any favorites because I think overall, because it's so short and it goes through, the fact that I can play it, even though it's only 20 minutes,
it's
all the way
skip.
through, you know what I'm saying, is a good thing. Yeah. You know, so
it is. It's a good thing.
It definitely was impressive. And
who put you on?
Listen, alrighty then.
I mean, I tell you when you put me on the stuff. I'm just saying.
She put me on.
Thank you.
And I listened and I was satisfied. And then I went and I listened to the older stuff and I realized that this
you can see the
progress. Yes, I wasn't there for the early progress, but I've gone back to listen to see the progress, especially just from the Thriller to Hunt 1 and this one.
Yes.
Yes, she's
doing things. She's doing big things.
I was really impressed, and I listened day after day.
Yes.
So, you know,
salute.
And y'all go out there and listen to that.
And bump it in speakers. And if you love it, pass it on, man. Especially because she is a woman, and she definitely deserves to be heard and some shine.
Yeah.
And
she hard.
It's the art. Shout out to Buffalo. I love Griselda. Shout out. And we'll be back. And we're back. Welcome back. And we're back. And so we're moving on to our next segment. Our next segment is the
sneaker segment.
Kicks. What are those? Sneakers.
What are those?
Tennis shoes. Hot fire. I don't know if anyone says that. So this week,
what are we talking about?
We are talking about none other than Jordan 1s, baby.
First Jordans.
The first Jordans out here. We out here.
Before the Jumpman.
Before.
If you don't know what the Jumpman is,
do your Googles. That's when I was like this. No, just playing. All right, so let's talk about it. What do we know? We have our historian here, our resident sneaker historian here, Senor Fivor.
They were released.
When were they released?
In 1985. Oh.
That was many years ago.
Yeah.
We're not going to count.
We don't got that many fingers to count. But yeah, they was only $65. Ooh. You know what I mean?
That is so offensive.
After Jordan won the championship, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Went on ahead and took a chance.
They was like, listen.
And invested, you know what I'm saying?
A young man with hair.
It was on his way, but young man with hair, definitely. And the rest is history. The
rest is history.
But no, so they gave him a deal. They was only $65 then.
Okay.
This is not the original colorways that we have here. We'll get into that though. One of the crazy things about that whole time was that the NBA wouldn't accept the Air Jordan because of the colors, and it didn't. It basically is some BS, some bullshit. It would basically didn't coincide with their standards on uniform and all of that.
Practice.
So Michael Jordan got fined $5,000 every game.
That's right.
That he wore these, but Nike paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So it all worked out.
Good job.
You know what I'm saying?
Good job.
Nike paid every time they fined him. Nike paid the fine.
Okay.
They was designed by Peter Moore. These were not designed by, despite people who think Tinker Hatfield made these. He didn't.
Who was that? Peter Moore. Okay.
Peter Moore.
Okay.
Who also he designed other
kicks.
Other Nikes. Yeah.
Okay.
He designed other Nikes.
Do your Google. Shouts out to Peter Moore. Thank you.
Yeah. And also, these Jordans didn't have the Jumpman logo on there. Mm-hmm. They got the ball with the wings and the Air Jordan over top of it. And that was designed by Peter Moore while he was on an airplane, and it was inspired by him when he saw a child with fake, like a replica of pilot wings. When you're a pilot and you get your wings or whatever. Then he saw a little kid and with that on.
Oh,
and
wow.
He sketched that while he was on the plane.
What?
And that made it to be the first sign. Although they didn't go with that logo afterwards, they created the Jumpman.
That's a dope origin story.
After, the Jumpman just takes it, you got the slam dunk contest, they all Jordan is like, there's other great players, but when it comes to marketing, Jordan is the king of, because it's, other people had sneakers before, Walt Frazier
and those basketball players, but
and great basketball players, but Nike and Jordan was just like the,
was a good marriage.
That was like the,
he's out of here.
Yeah. But these right here is a special pair right here.
Why are they a special pair?
Because they are the hairs. These was
Hare, H-A-R-E.
Yeah, which like is Bugs Bunny.
Another word for rabbit.
They don't have the Jordan symbol. Actually has like Bugs Bunny taking his spot right there. These was inspired by the colorway was just inspired by the Space Jams, which I think is the Jordan 7s, I believe. I got these in 2015. They originally came out in 2009.
The hairs?
The hairs. Okay. They came out in 2009, but they re-released them in 2015. And I got, so you got yourself a little pair.
I do. Red, black, and green. So much more to red, black, and green. You ask what I mean. Shouts out to X-Clan. There is a lyric for every situation in life.
Because they, I like the red shoestrings. It brings out the whole.
It does. That was a really good decision.
It makes it look Gucci-ish too, but not no Gucci.
No Gucci, but I'm Gucci. So I love these joints.
We not Gucci neither.
I'm good. Yes, I love these joints. When I seen them, I was like, yes, the colorway. Obviously, I'm black 365, 24/7, or 25/8. But yeah, I think these were the first ones that I had.
Okay.
And obviously I fell in love with them ever since, because I'm a dunk person. I was getting dunks all the time, and then I saw these and I was like, like colorway.
To me, and that's funny to me because they're basically almost like the same sneaker.
Listen, I have a pair of red and black dunks, and every time I wear them, especially when Kanye and Jay-Z did the Otis video, when Jay-Z had on the red and black ones in the video. Okay. So when I was wearing my dunks back then, everybody's like, "Oh, you trying to be like Jay?" And I was like, "These ain't ones, these is dunks." And then everybody was, coming down to the floor like, "Oh man, I thought those was ones." I was like, "Yeah," it was like, "These is dunks." But shouts out to Jordan 1. Shouts out to Peter Moore for the design, and shouts out to Nike and MJ.
It's classic, and not only that, they comfortable. As y'all see, these got a little wear in the toe box.
But we wear our kicks. True heads wear kicks, man.
They both, but they especially these was my favorite for a long time.
Yeah.
But
these are my baby shoes. That's my one of my friends said when I posted them on Instagram. Baby shoes. It's not my fault. I can't help it. But Jordan 1s, let us know.
Jordan 1s.
Do you guys have any? What's your favorite?
What's your colorway?
What's your favorite? We'll be back out here trying to kill people. Death by index card.
And we're back.
And we are back. And we're moving on to our next segment. In this segment, we affectionately call it the Duane, Roger, and Rerun segment because we are going to tell you
what's happening.
Wow. Wow. That's my ode to Fred Berry. Shouts out to him. Alright, so there's no mess with me. We can stand up. I hit you with the rerun leg and all that. No, I wouldn't. I'm too old. So we have a feel-good story for you guys today. In Philadelphia. I'm sure some of you out there in the internet may have heard of this story. But for those of you who have not heard this story, down in Philadelphia, young man, a bunch of young men, but it all started with this young man. His name is Najee Hannigan, 28 years old. 2017, he said he came to his peoples. He was like, listen, we need to save $50 a week for 2 years and purchase our own investment property. And so they did that. He said that at first, it was hard for his peoples to see his vision. But they trusted him because he had already purchased a daycare. Okay. So at this point in time, in 2017, he was 26 years old. His two younger cousins, Makai Herder and Amid Hill, and his two longtime friends, Tyree Harvey and Darius Jacobs. And they purchased an investment property because they are tired of working for the man.
Right.
And they understand the power of ownership and being your own boss. And what I loved about this story is that they're young, they're black, and they did it together.
Yes.
The fact that he was the one with the vision, and although they were skeptical, they trusted him, and they jumped in with him.
Yes. And
they supported this brother, and now look at them. They have an investment property, and because of this one investment property, they have started a property management business.
Yep.
This story made me so happy.
Yeah, because that's what we need, more of that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We need more of our young black men to jump out the window. So to say. Yeah. Because you got to take a chance.
You have to take a chance.
And when one sets the example for the others, like it was easy for them to be like, yo, like my man got a daycare center. Like I live next door. I live down the street from this dude.
Yep.
All my life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if he could, we come from the same hood. If he can do it, let me ask him a few questions.
Yes.
Or,
Yep. And what I love what he said the most challenging part was getting them to understand that time is going to pass us regardless. So we can invest in ourselves or we can continue to let time pass us by. Yep. And, he said that they decided that the investment into their future was worth the sacrifice. So they was like, not having to go on without cable or, kicks or whatever. Yeah. It was worth the investment, and they said that they're going to take the property, they're going to rehab it, and they're going to rent it out. And so from that, and so because they were able to do that, now they've gotten bitten by the investment bug. They started their own property management business. These young men are not even 30 years old. Well, I think maybe one or two of his cousins at the time were.
Let your money make money.
Let your money make money. And
that's the biggest. That's the American way anyway. Is the property thing.
Well, it's always been told to us that, make sure you buy a house or whatever. But, not really so much like buy a business, like buy a piece of property and invest and become a business person. And so these young people that I love seeing them going out here, getting into real estate and flipping houses or, making it into a business. I love it. And we, like you said, we need more of this amongst our black young men, young women.
For them to be that young and them to say, we can go on without cable and sneakers for 2 years, because if we do that, then we don't got to worry about cable for the rest of our life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's so smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and something I try to tell my children: you work hard for this long right now, you won't have anything.
Work hard now, play later.
Yeah.
While you're young, first of all, while you still have the energy.
Yeah.
Okay, because
get it out the way early.
Become a certain age,
hard. Yeah.
Things start hurting.
The sacrifices, not only just working hard, but the sacrifices.
Yeah.
It's
easier
take them
for you
early.
to deal with when you're young.
Heck yeah.
Once you become older and the sacrifices, they become more of a risk. They become more, difficult for you to step away from the things that you're emotionally attached to, because now you're older, you've been in these situations, these life situations for a long time, and you are less likely to want to make that sacrifice. And so, shouts out to Mr. Hannigan and the brothers. I don't think they have a name for their property, their investment property management business yet, but I can't wait to see these young brothers. I hope that they become, one of the big ones, one of the big investment properties.
You hear
real
a story
estate.
from 10 years from now.
Yes, and now they're out here doing billion-dollar contracts and stuff like that. I can't wait to see it. So shouts out to them, and shouts out to everybody who's a young black entrepreneur. Anybody from a marginalized group who has the vision and the foresight to be like, we out here, we getting it. So salute. Hi guys, and we're back, and this is our last segment.
Welcome back to the dreams. Yeah.
Okay, so in this last segment, this is the rhyme segment, and this is where we take some lyrics, some bars, some heat from an MC, and we talk about them. Some heat rocks, and we talk about them. And so
some darts, yo.
Right.
Spitting mad darts, yo.
This guy. This is who I have to work with. And so I have chosen the song Forever by
Sa-Roc.
DC native.
Oh, excuse me.
But Atlanta resident. She's been in Atlanta for a very long time, but she is originally from Washington, D.C. Sa-Roc. Shouts out to her. And I chose this song because it's fantastic. And she is also another woman MC who's out here who respects the bar game heavy. And I really like this song because I like the message, but I like the fact that she doesn't mince the heat because there is a message. Sometimes, certain messages, songs that, doesn't really, like the punches don't really be there, the metaphors, the imagery, they won't be as strong. Sometimes they're not as strong. But I think this is a really good display of a song with a message by a woman, and she's still spitting bars.
Okay.
All right, so she starts off the song. She says, when I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define the kid. No, I'm not flawless. I'm scarred up and I'm fine with it. My body art a laundry list of all of life's unkindnesses. Let's just stop right there. As a woman, and this can apply to people, not just women, men as well. It is a wonderful thing when you're able to wake up first thing in the morning and still feel really, really happy about yourself, right? Because it's hard to look yourself in the mirror with, you haven't put on your cologne for the day, you haven't put on your dope shirt, you haven't put on your earrings, your makeup, your mascara, or whatever, and feel like you the shit. And so I like the fact that she starts it off like this. To me, it feels like, she starts the song off the way she starts her day off.
It definitely is a good song. The hook, everything, and just like you said, sometimes it's hard to convey lyrics until you actually hear what goes into the just not the bars, because we can read some bars and people can't rap them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you might read them and you be like, yo, it's not bad. But then when they rap them, it's like the delivery of it is it does. But her delivery, and then to go and read it, it's like it's a double whammy. It is a double whammy. But then back into your lyrics. Back into your lyrics. I still sip tea and chant and live free, cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. And my mom told me stay woke,
because all gold ain't glistening. Choose your words wisely, because the all-knowing's listening. But don't worry, I'm Gucci. My thighs are still look juicy. Hold on, let's just stop right there. Because hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. Now, anybody who raps or who writes poetry understands that you put pain in your music. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you write and you try to get this pain out, you have epiphanies while you're going. So a lot of times it's your therapy. You know what I mean? And she goes on to say that in the second verse, she said, "This is my therapy, fuck your couch." Right? Which is a double whammy, because fuck your couch, you know, Dave Chappelle or whatever. But, you know, I love that part, you know. And you know, you could tell she's a spiritual sister. She does yoga. She's a vegan. You know, so when she says, you know, she sips tea and she chants Om, you know, but she's still, sometimes, you know, people have the wrong perception of people who do yoga and they drink tea and they burn incense. You know, they have this idea of them as, you know, not necessarily being street-wise or whatever, or just really just being like down to earth or whatever. They like, oh, you're that other type of person. But nah, because she's from DC, you know what I'm saying, and she understands life's hardships and how to take those pain situations and, you know, her whole life with trying to be centered with the one and the spirits and stuff and still make it dope. And that's why I love this verse, because it's just fantastic to me. Then she says, my thighs are a little juicy, my dialogue a little awkward, my idols still move me, my life is a movie like Raheem and Mookie, I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improve me, right? My bamboos are accustomed to sue me, you'll soon be accustomed to me, this is the moral, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me. Now, if that's not bars to y'all, I don't know what to tell y'all. She brings in Spike Lee. She brings in Do the Right Thing. She has a whole bunch of pop culture references here. Talks about her bamboos. And then she just brings it in that she's royal hemoglobin. Her blood is royal because she's black. She's from the motherland. She's African. And it just makes you feel like whatever kind of bullshit, you know what I'm saying, you going through, you remember who the hell you are. And that's what the song is about. You know, the chorus is, you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, because they going to try and change your heart. Don't let them, because you're sure damn fine just the way you are. It repeats that 2 times. I love this song. And then, you know, the rest of the song, she's still spitting heat rocks and still making you feel good about yourself. But one thing I love about Sa-Roc is that her delivery is bananas. Her breath control is and it's like you gotta rewind stuff. Well, rewind because I'm old, but you gotta, you know, kind of go back, because everything, like when she spits, it's like this. It's like da 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 da. She don't. It's not a lot of breaks. It's not a lot of pauses. She has incredible breath control, and she displays that on this song, and I just love it. And I think, for anybody, not just women, but obviously, you know, for the women, you know, it's important for us to feel, you know, beautiful at all times of the day, in the morning, in the noon, and nighttime. And sometimes, you know, you need a pick-me-up. You need a song that gives you inspiration. This song inspires me all the time. Yes, it is an inspiring song, definitely. It's good. Definitely. And she and her and Soul Messiah, they've been out here, you know, doing that thing. He makes the beats. She's down with Rhyme Sayers now. Shouts out to Rhyme Sayers. But she's definitely an artist that you guys should invest your time and your ears into, because she is one of the greats. That's my feeling. So, anything else? No. I think you covered it all with Sa-Roc and Forever. You know what? We didn't mention, really briefly, Cynthia Brown was free today. Yeah. She was free today. Today is August the 7th. And Cynthia Brown was a young lady who was convicted of murdering her, the person who got her into sex trafficking and pimped her out. She was 15 years old in the state of Tennessee, and the jury found her guilty. of murder, and she would suspend her life in a prison cell for the rest of her life. And through public advocacy, public outcries, the internet, people asked for her to be granted clemency. And you know, I can't say that the pressure from the public outcry and the internet didn't have anything to do with it, but I also believe that the lawmakers and the people in those positions were able to convince the judges to take another look at her case, because she was an abused young lady, and she needed to have her story be told from that perspective, because they gave her adult time. Yes. You know, she was constantly being abused, she was being raped, and you know, obviously taking someone's life is nothing to sneeze at, but her life was stolen from her at the tender age of 15, and who knows how long she had been in it prior to that, you know. She was a young lady, and she didn't deserve that, and so they decided to allow her to be paroled, and she got out today. And she does have to be on parole for 10 years, but she did say that she looks forward to this next chapter in her life, because she wants to become an advocate for other young sex trafficking victims. And it's just
which is a big thing.
It's a big thing.
I mean, and it's been a thing, but it's definitely
because we have the internet, and we have cameras.
We know now.
And we see it all the time, and it's a horrible thing. But you know, I wish her well. I hope she takes her time getting acclimated into this. Everything, all information, cameras on you 24/7, because it is a huge transition. It is
different.
Her 15 years ago. She spent 15 years. She's 30 now. And not only that,
she was a child.
Yes.
At the time of.
She was a child who was being sex trafficked, and she killed her abuser, and she had to process all of those feelings and emotions in prison. And so while the world is changing. And so now for her to come home and feel like she has to hit the ground running, I do hope that she takes her time getting acclimated back into society, because it's not going to be easy for her. But you know, that's what we do here at Beat Sneaks and Rhymes. We bring you news, we bring you important information, we bring you feel good stories, we bring you beats, we bring you sneaks, and we bring you rhymes. Word. And so until next time, guys, I am Simone Arabia.
I am Fever.
And we are Spotless Minds, and we do this all the time, and we will see you next time.
I am Fever.
He is Fever.
I am Fever. Subscribe.
Yes, hit the subscription box at the bottom. YouTube. Facebook. Where we at?
Instagram. Now we got the sound bites on SoundCloud. Check us out. Please. Beat Sneaks and Rhymes.
Thank you.
Holla at your boy.
Holla at your girl. We're so appreciative of you guys. Thank you. We love you. And we'll see you next time.